Jarrell Big Baby Miller, firstly, let me just say thank you for that launch press conference because you took it up a notch. It was all very friendly and then suddenly Big Baby got involved.
Come on, man. That's what I do, man. I got to spice it up. Some of the Brits are a little boring. Well, most of them are boring except Tyson. And, Deontay's dried in water. I don't know. Water's wet, but he's still dry for some reason.
Immediately you're dropping brilliant bars here. Great trash talking. Where does this come from?
I mean, you grow up, when you grow up the way I grew up, 17 cousins in one house and, crazy siblings. And it's just, you learn just to talk trash all the time. It's kind of like a defense mechanism, but at some point your car's gonna get pulled. So then you learn how to talk shit, you also have to learn how to back it up. So that's just how I always am, and most of the time when guys get stuck, you're ready in their head already. You're ready winning the fight. So, it's been with me since I was a kid, and that's how it's always going to be.
One thing I've heard you say a few times is we're from Brooklyn. We're different.
Yeah.
What is it about coming from Brooklyn? What does it mean to come from Brooklyn?
I mean, you can look at the former heavyweight world champions. You have Mike Tyson. You had Shannon Briggs. You got Riddick Bowe. You have a ton of guys that come out of New York. Zab Judas. The list can go on and on. Mark Breland. We just built different. It's like you literally have to fight every day growing up. It's like. I'm just thinking about talking to my boy there. I remember taking a train for like 2.5 hours one way just to get to the gym sometimes. And I'm like, yo, this is just the worst. But your mental fortitude is just built different. Nothing is given to you. You got to go and take it. And I've always had that mentality, even with the boxing game coming from kickboxing, nothing was given to me. I had to go out there and just go and take it. And even to this point now where it's like, people are still trying to rob me and say things and do things, and I got to go in there and still take it and prove myself. So it is what it is. I keep working hard, keep pushing the envelope, and it's, do my thing.
Built different. So are you built different to Daniel Dubois?
100%. He's 230 pounds, and I'm 330 pounds. He's 6'5", I'm 6'4" and a quarter, something around there. I'm meaner, I'm hungrier, better looking. I'm just that mean. I'm just mean, bro. I'm just more fun to look at. You know what I'm trying to say?
More fun to look at.
Yeah, more fun to look at. More, for sure. He reminds me of a Goombay from Super Mario. He's I don't know, man. The guy's he's pale. Definitely pale. He reminds me of the Michelin Man. They're so boring and pale and white and they walk and shit.
When I just say his name, right? Say you just can completely clear your mind. I just drop Daniel Dubois in there. What sort of words start coming to you?
Boring, dry, quitter, punk bitch. It's a lot of things that come into my mind. But one thing I know is that I'm going to break him. I'm going to break his will. I'm going to break his heart. That's what I know. I know he's quit twice already, and 3 times going to be the charm.
He's got a lot of power.
Every heavyweight has power. I have a lot of power. If you study boxing, I barely hit guys with my full power. I touch you, then I might hit you with some good shots here and there, and I kind of play around, and then I turn it up as I keep going. So a lot of the guys, anybody with 200 pounds can have power. The question is, can you land the right shot? Is the guy durable? Can he take a punch? Does he keep coming forward? Can he relax in the pocket? Can he take a good shot and say, you know what, fuck it, it was a good shot, but I'm going to move to my, it's a lot of things that go on with just having power. You can have good power like Deontay. You guys asked what about Tyson Fury multiple times. AJ got good power. Usyk whooped his ass multiple times. And he whooped his ass before too. He has decent power. So power is not everything in boxing. It can get you in good positions, but a good jab gets you around the world too. So it all depends on what, you continue to do, you continue to evolve. You can't rely on power all the time. And you can clearly see that the fight against Joy Joyce didn't work and the fight against Usyk didn't work. He's been dropped before too, so,
He's referred to as the perfect fight.
I think his management and team didn't give him the right advice. Stylistically, you can look at the matchup. You can say, okay, Big Baby comes forward, and Dubois can land a good shot. It could be lights out for Big Baby. Okay, fine. But you gotta look at it in paper, right? I have way more battle tested than he has against way more durable opponents in my record. And the 2 times he stepped up, he's lost. You know what I'm trying to say? He's not doesn't have boxing IQ, doesn't move very well. Decent jab, decent right hand. That's about it. Talking about a guy who's never been stopped, a guy who's hungry, making his redemption, comes forward, he's mean, throws a lot of shots, good head movement. Okay, fine. Last fight didn't look so great. Maybe he's gonna step up to this occasion. It's not a fight that I would have taken if I was in his position, especially somebody who's coming off a loss like he did. You know, so I believe that it's the wrong move that he made. Am I the perfect opponent? Of course, I'm the perfect opponent to knock his ass the fuck out. 110%. I love it. And when I started hearing certain things in his camp and what people were saying, I really know I'm gonna whoop his ass worse now. And on top of that, his mental mind state. You know, Parker was his first opponent they had for Daniel Dubois. They offered me Derek Chisora at first. I said, shit, Derek want to fight? You know, I'm hitting Derek. Yo, we gonna fight? He's like, shit. That's how I say maybe that fight's not gonna happen because I don't think he was trained at the time. But I heard that Dubois team and him didn't want the Joseph Parker fight because Parker moves too much. So for me, that's the only excuse that he's not taking a Parker fight. That's showing me weak mentality. You know what I mean? You say you want a good, tough fight to come back, but a guy who doesn't have punching power but moves a lot is a problem for you. Say Usyk play over again, right? So it take a guy who sits still a little bit, who can punch and crack and have a good chin instead. That's a bad management move, man. Very bad management move.
Have you ever been impressed with it? Because like when he was coming through, he was knocking everyone out, and he's seen as the future of the heavyweight division. Did he impress you then?
I wasn't really keen on watching him too much. You know, I was kind of like in the next generation above his, so I wasn't really watching Daniel Dubois. And my thing is too is like, yeah, a lot of British fighters do good in Britain. When they start traveling, they don't do so good. When they start finding American fighters or more European style Russian fighters, they don't do as great. They don't look that great. So for me, yeah, he's doing good in England. They all do good in England. When y'all get off of your side of the pond, let's see how great you do. You know, a lot of fighters come from overseas and come here and come to America and get their ass whooped. So for me, he was never on my radar until when he got really whooped by Joy Joyce. That's when I started saying, I'm like, what the hell happened to this guy? I thought he was the shit. Now I watched a couple more of his fights. He's a pretty one-dimensional kind of guy. So nah, I'm not spectacular about him. Nah, not at all.
At that press conference, you had a bit of a go at Anthony Joshua as well, and it sort of took me back to the 2019 press conference where you had a brilliant back and forth as well.
Correct.
What do you think about this guy?
The thing about AJ, a lot of words come to my head for this guy, man. I think he's still a bitch. You know, if anybody smelt him being a bitch first, it was me. You know, I've been calling it since day one. This guy's he's a shit. He's hyped up job, you know, and, you know, unfortunately, I didn't get an opportunity to come through. Andy Ruiz did it. And since then, now everybody's saying his heart, his mentality. They needed losses to see that. I seen it before he had a loss. This guy's weak-minded. I can smell it. You know, I'm good at reading people. And I knew that from his interviews. I'm going to fuck him up if I fight him. He easy work. And then Andy got him. And since then, he's never been the same. Ever since I pushed him on that stage, he's never been the same. And I'm not even talking bullshit. Just look at it, you know. And even now to this point now, he's trying to talk more. He snapped at you on the stage in the press conference like, who are you to dictate my career? Motherfucker, he's interviewing you, dickhead. He's just saying this fight could be potentially next. You know what I mean? Like it's like some guys when they get clustered in their brain, they don't know how to articulate words right. Even Deontay be talking some shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy saying? Sounds like a freaking moron, you know? So these guys, I don't know, man, you know, but AJ, he's still a punk bitch. He's always gonna be my little baby bitch until we fight.
Has he got a banana skin in Otto Wallin?
It's not an easy fight. I can definitely say that. And all you gotta do is just go down the list of AJ's last opponents, and you can tell it's not an easy fight. Somebody that moves and has a good jab, AJ has a problem with. Lost twice to Usyk. He fought Helenius on a 6-day notice, went 7 rounds. He went Jermaine Franklin, went decision. Now you're fighting a guy who moves pretty well, has a decent jab, has heart, hasn't been stopped. Come on. And it had a decent camp too. So I'm not looking to say that AJ's going to 100% lose, but it's not going to be an easy fight because Odo won this game.
What's the hardest fight out there for you?
The hardest fight? Myself, 100%. I feel like at this point in my life right now, it's staying healthy. 34 years old, you know, more experience, understanding the game outside the ring. You know, I don't drink, I don't party, I don't smoke. So I feel like right now in the heavyweight division, most heavyweights, as at the top of the game now. I'm not saying no names, but I know they party hard. Some of them smoke hard, do a lot of things hard, hang out hard. I'm not that kind of guy. Despite what people might want to say behind closed doors, man, I'm very, very family orientated. Either with my animals or with my family, or handling business. These guys are not doing that. They're outside. So I feel like my next part of my life and career right now, I gotta really be like a monk. I gotta be kind of like Bernard Hopkins. I gotta really just stick to the game plan and ride it all out and work hard because I know I got a lot left in me. And the main thing is just staying healthy, man. So my biggest problem is always gonna be me. Once I beat me, these guys is walking the park because they don't have my mentality. None of them have my mentality.
Fight prediction. How's this fight going to go?
I'm going to stop Dubois 110%. I don't know if it's going to be one punch knockout. It's going to be accumulation of punches, but I'm going to stop him. I'm going to stop him 100%. I know for a fact. I don't have an exact round. It all depends on how he starts. If Dubois starts fast, I'm going to end him fast. If he tries to run around and move around and try to, wear me out type of shit, I'm going to end him probably 7th, 8th round. But knowing his fight style, he can't back up. He's not a good guy. He can't fight backing up. So we're going to see, you know what I mean? But I'm definitely going to I'm going to stop and knock his ass the fuck out. Between 4 and 8 rounds, he's going to get out of there.
We look forward to it.
Let's go.
Great speaking to you, Jarrell
Likewise,
Miller.
Brody.